My name is Josh Waldron. I work at ScaleAI and I'm the VP of Finance and Accounting there. So ScaleAI is a AI company. We are the data infrastructure to AI is how we describe it. All of the information or the prompts, the responses, the data that is behind your models like that, we are the ones that are supporting the refinement or fine-tuning is what we call it of that. By enhancing the data, it enhances the value to a customer, creating efficiency and solving many different problems that companies have. When I came in to Scale 16 months ago, we had a ton of systems. So literally we had a system for Latin America, we had a system for the Philippines, we had a system for Germany, and then we had no POs in place. It was all just you receive an invoice and you would pay it through various systems. It took up to 2 months to reimburse our employees. And then we even had Google Docs that we were using to track various invoices or expenses for different regions. And so when I walked in, the first thing I said was, this is completely inefficient. We couldn't scale without adding tons of different people because the process was region specific versus centralized, and then it just was not scalable. And then ultimately, when you talk about forecasting, budgeting, etc., we just didn't have the ability to have that foresight because, again, you'd get a random invoice that you had no idea existed. We did go through a full RFP process with many different vendors, and I think what it came down to is the ability to scale. We have added 3 new entities and continue to grow, and it's been able to easily take on some of the international entities that we have, and that's one of my considerations. Knowing that I would be growing significantly, I needed a tool that would be able to support us in that. From a control perspective, I wanted to ensure that I had a system that enabled me to have a very robust control environment, but at the same time allow me to adapt to our company and what we needed as we growed and matured. I've been a Coupa customer 3 times now. I kept coming back to Coupa and seeing that it was a tool that's, call it tried, true, tested, and really will withstand the test of time as my company continues to scale. And so then when I got to scale, I was like, okay, we need to do everything all at once. And so we went all in. We did SIM, we did the full P2P, we did virtual card, we did all of T&E, and so then we went live in 5 months. Life now, post Coupa, is amazing. You can ask my head of AP and procurement, you could ask anyone on my team, like, it is night and day. It's just a much smoother process. People enjoy the actual expense submission process. And then on the PO side, where it was taking a month, sometimes even up to 2 months, depending, it now takes within a week. We could easily get a PO approved, and then within another week, we typically will have the payment ready to be processed. From a PO perspective, obviously we didn't have POs before. Now we have POs, we're a year in, and we have gotten our PO policy and adherence at 75%. So we've seen a tremendous increase there. And then if I think about it from the perspective of, call it close, accruals, that type of process, our close again was on a cash basis almost, and now we've moved to full accruals. Our accruals become more accurate. We've been able to pull reports out of Coupa that have enabled us to be able to come up with what our actual accruals and the amounts that we will owe. While we haven't necessarily seen, like, call it 5 days off of close, we've definitely seen a significant impact on the accuracy of the numbers that are flowing through our close.